It's been almost 2 years since I posted my first month's video, and I haven't posted a video in close to 6 months. So now it comes time to tell the truth. Is reselling over for me? Nope! Storage unit's jam-packed. Oh yeah, I also have a flea market booth. And look, it's got a sink, which works. Now I have this just for like low-end stuff, so I don't have to list it on eBay when I get junk out of the lots. Look at, there's board games and glassware and all the stupid stuff I bought over the course of these videos that never sold. And I have another storage unit. And the reason I have this is I actually bought out another reseller, and it was easier for me just to take over their lease than it would be to clean this thing out and coordinate times with them. And plus, I'm out of room as it is. I didn't actually know what was in here fully because this is what it looked like when I bought it. So I've just been going through little by little. Now, as far as the uploads, YouTube just like kind of sucks. You really don't make like a ton of money. Like my last video I posted in December, so far it's got 50,000 views, and I think I made like under 500 bucks. Decided to focus more on selling stuff. I'm pretty much only focused on stereo gear, and over the course of like the past year or so, I got into doing repairs. So I actually had to credit like 2 different people that commented for this. Am I a reseller or a reconditioner? And I mean, it was a very good comment. I know what he meant by it, just kind of sell it and move on. But I kind of took it the other way and was like, yeah, maybe I should start reconditioning stuff. And then I also have to credit this guy who told me about cassette decks, because I was getting cassette decks that were broken all the time. I started thinking about it. I never really wanted to touch it because I was never good with electronics. But I was like, well, it's already a parts unit. How am I going to make it worse of a parts unit? So that was like the first thing I started doing. And then I got into more serious servicing of cassette decks, and then turntables. I started working on them because I actually bought like 40 turntables or something back in August, and a lot of them, needed work. They said they all worked, but And then actually I took it too far where I was trying to fix every single thing that I got when I really should be just selling stuff for parts or parting it out. So now I try to really pick and choose my battles. Realistically, it just is way more fun to work on that kind of stuff than it is to edit a video. That's just the truth of the nature. And there's way better money in it. And also the other thing is, like, over the course of my YouTube career, I just allowed like social media to become my life. Like, that's all I would do was just be on the internet, and I hated every second of it, but I'm like, this is what I have to do. And then I look at the year-end numbers of like how much money YouTube themselves actually paid me, and it was like $13,000, and I'm like, are you freaking kidding me? All the time I spent replying to comments, I mean, sponsorships were more than that, but I'm like, all the time I spent replying to comments and like all the stress, and then on top of that, every single video. Now, I think a lot of people have a misconception. It's not like you just go take a video and then put it up on the internet. No, it's the editing. I saw this Reddit thread a long time ago that was like, this is how much time you should, like, professional people take editing, and it's like 2 to 3 hours per minute of finished content. So a 10-minute video takes 20 to 30 hours of editing, and I was like, wow, that's crazy. But then I was like, oh, if you just put in that much work, that's how you become successful. So I put in that much work into all my videos. The juice just kind of isn't worth the squeeze, and there's people that make tons of money on YouTube, but the way to do that, you get paid for how many views you get. So I'd have to become more famous, and I already don't like the attention that I was really getting. Like, I like being like kind of chill, and like the past 6 months of being off YouTube have been like great. But I definitely miss like certain aspects of YouTube. I'd rather just do it in a more casual way. Like, it's really not worth worrying about at all. And I'm not trying to be Mr. Beast or anything. So that's why I have like a lazy video here. Like, I'm kind of done with worrying about analytics and stuff like that. Not being like so stuck to like, you have to do these monthly videos and they have to be a certain way. So I'd rather just do it more casually, have more fun with it. And I really like fixing all this stuff. Most of my inventory comes from a core group of resellers that also sells stereo equipment but don't fix anything or can't fix anything. So I get all their broken stuff, or a lot of their broken stuff. And it worked out pretty well for me so far. I mean, you do sometimes waste time. Like, you try to fix something, you put some time and money into it, and it goes nowhere. It's like a lot of the stuff you can fix, and it kind of balances it out. But like, ideally, I'd like to hire people that could fix stuff for me. Obviously, this can't be the next Amazon, but I could see this being like a 10-person or 15-person operation with like 3 service people that just work on the stuff that we get in. There's so much you can do within the repair and reconditioning niche. Apple products is a big one. Appliances, I watch people that fix appliances. Eventually, hopefully build up into something like that. Or to stay as a one-man operation, because that's kind of nice. I could fix a cassette player at 2 o'clock in the morning and still make the same money as if I did it at 7 a.m. There are some problems with it too. And honestly, I don't know how I ever sold it before I started fixing it, because 90% of people that tell me that it arrived broken is user error that I can diagnose over the phone or, over text from a distance, where it's like, oh, you have this thing completely hooked up wrong. You wouldn't even believe it. Like, somebody tell me there's cassette players broken, and I'm like, are you sure you're not pressing the fast forward button? And of course they were pressing the fast forward button. Or somebody saying that their turntable isn't tracking, and I'm like, send me a picture. And the guy sends me a picture without the counterweight on, and I'm like, of course it's not gonna, of course it's not gonna track like that. Like, I never knew any of this stuff until I started fixing it. So even if I don't continue to fix it, if I keep selling it, at least I can diagnose their problems from a distance. But yeah, I've just been teaching myself how to fix stuff. I have a little bit of a background in electronics, because I was into it when I was like in high school. I was into like building circuits and stuff, but I'm not like an electrical engineer or anything. That's what I've been up to. So I'll probably keep posting like certain videos in just a more casual way. The monthly updates, I mean, I still have all the footage. I still take all the footage, but I don't know. I just don't really feel like editing them, to be honest with you. I might just post like little highlights, but like more than like a full month's video, because the other thing you have to understand is it's a full month's worth of footage I have to go through. Like 99% of it's boring. It's diluted down to like a 10-minute video. Majority of it is just me sitting here watching it and being like, this is freaking boring. Nobody wants to see this. So that does take a lot of time. Anyhow, I hope all you guys are doing well as well. And if you like these type of videos, keep watching. This is probably what I'm going to be uploading. And if not, that's fine too. Move on. It's literally a free video. Free. You didn't pay anything for it. There's lots of other stuff out there you can watch.